सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ओम बोलो स्वामी सद्गुरु शिवानंद महाराज की जय। ओम बोलो स्वामी विष्णुदेवानंद महाराज की जय। हरि ओम तत्सत। I offer my pranams to the lotus feet of masters. I pray Master give us all the perfect understanding. It's Swami who speaks and it's Swami who listens through all of us. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Namah Shivaya. Good evening. We are in chapter 4 and we are in slokam number 22. यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टः द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते. Such an individual who has gone beyond his ego, who is ego-less person and who is experienced the divine, such an individual, santushtaha. Tushtaha means satisfied. Santushtaha means completely he is satisfied. There is no more asanchalam, there is no more need. Completely he is full and he is satisfied. He doesn't need anything more. Deep sense of satisfaction. Yadricha labha santushta. Whatever the situation comes, the situation can be completely non-conducive, the situation can be completely different. Whatever the situation is happy or is not happy, but this person, such an individual who has experienced that divine supreme bliss, he is santushtaha. Yadricha labha, whatever that comes, whatever the situation, he is santushtaha, he is happy. Dvandva, duality. What are the dualities that we have seen? Joy and sorrow, gain or loss, victory or defeat, heat and cold, good and bad, any duality. This duality, dvandva titaha, dvandva atitaha means there is no more disturbance that cannot affect the duality, that cannot affect the individual who has experienced that divine. Vimatsaraha. Matsaraha means all this negative, jealousy, angry, all these negative thoughts are matsaraha. Matsaraha means envy. Vimatsaraha, he is free from envy. Samaha siddhava siddhaucha. He remains samasiddhav, he remains equipoised, equanimous under all conditions. Kritvapi na nibadhyate. Though he is appearing to be doing kritva, though he appears to be performing actions, na nibadhyate, he is not bound by the actions. So Bhagavan says, the activities of such a divine person, the man of knowledge, the realized person, the activities do not affect him in any sense. He is free from attachment and the realized person, it is completely, the duality disappears. There is no duality. But for ordinary person like us, it is not achieved that easily. Through sadhana, through effort, through constant sadhana, we will be, ordinary people like us will be able to achieve this. For us, realized person, the duality disappears and even though he is performing actions, there is no, he is not bound, there is no bondage. Slokam number 23. Gata sangasya bhuktasya ज्ञानावस्थित चेतसः यज्ञायाचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते. Such a moksha purusha, such divine experienced people, that individuals who experience the divine, Gata Sangasya, he is free from all this material attachments. He is devoid of attachment. Thus, the wise person who is free from all sort of the attachments, they just drop away. When he gets this bliss experience, they just drop away. Muktasya, the body exists, but the person is liberated. Jnana vastita chetasa, the mind which is established completely. For Sthita Prajna in the chapter 2, Bhagavan explained to us, the mind is constantly established in that divine knowledge, the divine experience. The mind is centered in that blissful state all the time. Yajna ya charatah karma, acharatah karma. Yajna means worship. The actions, whatever the actions that he is doing as yajna. He is doing as the sacrifice to God. All the actions are performed by that with the yajna bhavana. With the bhava as yajna, he is performing all the actions, absolutely performed with worship. There is no ego in any actions. Though there is no motivation from somebody else. There is no encouragement for somebody else desire. Nothing encourages us. Nothing encourages that divine person. Nothing motivates. He is just doing actions not to satisfy anybody, not to satisfy his egocentric desires. All actions just fall into the category of yajna, the worship only. Acharataha means he is performing these actions. Samagram praviliyate, completely. Samagram means completely. Praviliyate is freed. His karma dissolves completely. The karma raises in his heart, but it dissolves without leaving any trace, without leaving any impressions. Master gives one example. The rainbow that appears and disappears, but there is no trace. That leaves no impression. Same way, the blissful, the God experienced individuals, when they do an action, they leave no impressions. There is no traces. Slokam number 24. This is a famous sloka. All of us might know this sloka. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi. Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam. Brahmaigvadena Gandharvyam. Brahmakarma Samadhina. This is a famous slokam. In India, in many places, this slokam is chanted before eating their meals. Okay, so why is that? We would see that. The example here taken in this slokam is the yajna, the ritual fire, the ritualistic fire, the yajna that is being performed. There are 4 essential factors that is required. The deity to whom it is offered, the fire in which the offerings are offered or poured, the material things that constitute these offerings, and the individual who is performing the yajna. There are 4 essential factors in this. We'll learn the meaning of this word, Brahmarpanam. Before getting into this Brahmarpanam, this Brahman, the word that is used in this sloka, how many times? Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaikvadena, Gandharvyam, Brahmakarma, Samadhina. Almost 6 times. What is this Brahman? This Brahman is that supreme divinity. This Brahman is that supreme divinity beyond everything, beyond classification. That absolute bliss, the supreme truth. There is another 2 terms that we have come across. Brahma, Vishnu, Shivan. That Brahma is creator. That Brahma is the creator aspect of this absolute truth. Brahmana, we have experienced that word also, meaning we have come across that word also, Brahman. Where did we hear that word, Brahman? The 4 classification, Chaturvarnam, the 4 classes which Bhagavan says that I am the author of this 4 classifications. There we have heard that Brahma. That Brahman is a scholar. He is the philosopher. He learn and to share. That is based on qualities, not based on Janma, not based on birth. So these 2 terminologies is Brahma, the creator, the Brahman, who is the philosopher, who is learner, one of the Chaturvarna classes. It is different from this Brahman. This Brahman is the supreme truth. Many of us, they confuse Brahma and Brahman with this. No, this Brahman is the absolute truth. Now, Brahmarpanam. Arpanam means offering. Brahmarpanam, the instrument of offering. When we do a ritual fire, you might have seen the Pandit, the Sastrigal, who sit and perform that ritual. For pouring the offerings, he use a ladle. That would be wooden, or there will be a handle, and in the front there will be a tunnel type of to pour the ahuti, to pour it on the yajna. That is the instrument that is used. Brahma Arpanam, for offering. The ladle, the instrument that is being used. Brahma Havihi, what is being offered, offering, that which is being offered. Brahma Gnav, where is it offered? Agni, in the fire. Agnav, in the fire. Agni means fire. Agnav is in the fire. Brahmanahutam. So this means the act of offering. The act means the performer. Tena Brahmaiva Tena Gandhavyam. The final destination. Gandhavyam means destination. Gam means to go. Gandhavyam. Where should it go? It should finally go to that Brahman, the final destination. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Brahma Karma Samadhina. Samadhina means in the steadfast, in the selfless, in the Samadhi state. So, this individual who experiences the divine, he sees Brahman everywhere. Brahma Drishti. He sees Brahman everywhere. Everything is God for him. Everywhere he sees only Brahman. So what are the 4 factors that is required here? The instrument, the object, the doer, and the act. So all of them are Brahman. One who considers the state of Brahma alone is the destination worthy of this Samadhi, this state, selfless deeds. So this yajna, when it is being performed, the ritual that is being performed, there is a performer who performs the ritual. There is a fire. There is a offering. What do we offer in the fire? Ghee. The offerings, and the instrument, ladle, that is used for offering the ghee. All of them are the supreme principle, the Brahman. Now, why we take this towards eating? Why in many places they chant the sloka before eating? Because that is consumption. We are consuming. Now think of the eating, the act of eating. There is a eater. There is a digestive fire, Agni, the food, and the hand that is used to put the food into that digestive fire. The similar act of yajna. That's what we are also doing, right? The eater, the digestive fire, the food, and the hand that we use to put the food into that digestive fire. So we can, Master gives one more example. Suppose we are doing a wooden table. We may need wood, right? For preparing a wooden table. You may cut the wood and make the table. Then you, the instrument you use, the saw that you use to cut, and the wood, all are Brahman. It's all from Brahman only, and it is back to Brahman only. So the doer, the deed, the instruments of doing, the energy of doing, all of them are Brahman. To understand little more in the modern trend, we can also say the object, the subject, the verb and adverb, all of them, it's all to Brahman. It's all Brahman only. For such a person, for a person who has experienced the divine, who is always egoless, who is aware that everything is Brahman, he does all the work, and that person reaches the state of Brahman automatically. But for ordinary person like us, we can do it only through sadhana. Slokam number 25. Daivameva pare yajnam yoginah paryupasate brahmagnava pare yajnam yajnenaivopa juhvati. Here Bhagavan is explaining two sadhanas. Lord Krishna says there are two sadhanas to gain knowledge. Knowledge means just not information. Knowledge is deep understanding that I and God are the one. The knowledge that is mentioned here is not just information, it is deep understanding that you and that Supreme God are one and the same. What are the two sadhanas here? Bhagavan says Deva Yajna, Brahma Yajna. Deva Yajna and Brahma Yajna. In the first line, it is said Daiva Meva Pare Yajnam. Worshipping that Daivam, Devata. We have seen in the earlier slokas also. Devatas are celestial gods. They are also jivas, but they have better power. They have more power to give whatever that you ask. So, some yogis, they offer to devatas. They do puja to that devatas. They worship to get that desired result. Some of the yogis, they perform, they worship devatas. And while doing puja, many of you would have noticed, you might be doing puja at your home or at the temple. While doing puja, the Pandit who is going to do the puja, he will clean that place, he will collect all the material, and he will perform the puja. While doing that puja, why only Pandit? Even in our own home, when we do a puja, what do we do? We go to the puja room, we clean everything, we remove all the dust, we clean, we pour water and take away all the dust, and we decorate that altar or the picture. We decorate it with the way that we would like to, and we offer garland. We do everything. While doing all these, what are we doing? We are getting ourselves connected to that God. We are getting closer to that God. We are not doing anything for anything else. We are that time getting connected with that God. That puja, it is indirectly telling us to offer. Because we are offering the garland, we are decorating, we are offering that decoration to that altar. So by doing that, our mind is directly or indirectly getting cleansed. The cleaning of our mind, that is happening. And even while going to the temple, we go to the temple, we see the altar, we appreciate the way that is being decorated, and we see everything that is kept in the temple. What are we doing? We are getting connected. We are establishing the connect between the God. the God in you and the God. We are establishing that connect. And what happens in the process? It removes the fear and it gives more faith in us. And these are all the process through which we know how to offer ourselves to that God. So some yogis, they do this sadhana, Deva Yajna. Other second line, Brahmagna Vapare Yajnam. This is Brahma Yajna, which is also called Jnana Yajna, which is through knowledge, Brahma Drishti. He is seeing Brahman everywhere. Yajnam Yajnenai. Others, the other kind of yogis, what do? They offer in the fire, Brahma, they offer themselves. They offer Upajuhvati. They just offer themselves, offering ourselves to that Brahman. They understand. Why? They understand the understanding of the oneness with that Brahman. That is called Jnana Yajnam. When you get that knowledge, then you establish that oneness. When you get that oneness, then you offer yourself to that. Fire is Brahma and we offer ourselves. But sometimes we can also see that as Atma Nevedyanam. Atma Nevedyam. Nevedyam means offering to the God. And the God who lives in your heart also. How do we do that? Through constant inquiry, Vicharana, and through contemplation and through meditation. Understanding that the oneness with that supreme reality, and that is Jnana Sadhana, that is Brahma Sadhana. First one is Daiva Sadhana and the Deva Sadhana, Devatas, worshipping the Devatas, and the second one is through Brahma Sadhana, this is knowledge. So this also does not come to us as easily. For enlightened person, for them it is easy, but if we want, we will have to get this through constant effort. If you want to reach Mount Everest, it is not just like that we reach Mount Everest. We go step by step, right? The same way, these are all the puja, the visiting temple, all these are the process through which we can establish that connect. And some yogis perform with material offerings to the Devata, while other yogis or the remaining yogis, they offer themselves, they offer the self as a sacrifice in the fire. Slokam number 26. Srotradhinindriyan yanye samyamagnishu juhvati sabdadin vishayan anye indriyagnishu juhvati. Two more sadhanas Bhagavan Krishna is explaining here. All sadhanas are performed as yajna, are performed as worship with lot of respect. Two more sadhanas he is telling here. Samyam means control of the senses, self-control. Srotradi means hearing, shravanam, srotradi, hearing. So, indriyanyanye, organs of action and organs of perception, the 10 organs which we have studied earlier, these are not under control. When these are not under control, whom we can take, Ravana, he had Dasamukha, he has 10 faces, but his organs were not under control. All the organs were for his bhoga, were for his own satisfaction. So what happened? Destruction. Dasaratha is Dasaratha. Dasa means 10. Dasaratha. He used all these 10 organs, the 5 organs of action and 5 organs of perception, as Ratha, as chariot, to reach the final destination. So we need to use these 5 organs of perception and 5 organs of action, Sabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, all of them, we should use them for reaching our final destination. We need to have them under perfect control. That doesn't mean you need to shut them. No, we need to give that goodness into this. We need to give the auspicious. In our Shivananda Sunday prayer also we have heard, no? Badram karnebi shrunuyama devaha. May we hear with our ears what is auspicious only. That doesn't mean you are going to cover your ears with something else. No. The rest of the things, what is not required, will not get into your ears. You are not closing your ears. You are not shutting your ears. But you are not hearing all those. We develop the ability to say completely, I don't want, which are not auspicious to me. So, offer good words to listen. How do we listen good words? Satsang, pravachans, discourses, all this we know, right? Get only good words to your ears and good things to eat, good fragrance to smell. When we keep giving our sense objects all the good things, then it makes our mind under control. Something we hear that enters our mind and it makes our mind calm. But sometimes something we hear, Shrotradi, we hear, and that is not good, and it immediately starts corrupting our system. So all this hearing, watching, touching, tasting and smelling, we must have perfect control. That doesn't mean suppression. We have also learnt this. Suppression is not a good idea. We must have control over this organs of actions, hands, legs, speech, organs of generation, organs of evacuation. Everything must have total control. In life, we must, the masters, the learned, the person who has experienced the divine, they are constantly offering their senses into the fire of self-control. All that senses are just get burned in that fire of self-control. In turn, what that gives? That gives a great freedom and complete blissful experience. We must learn not to suppress. We must learn to control these sense organs and the organ of action and the organ of perception to have under control. That sadhana, first sadhana is telling control of these hearing. Next sadhana, the next line, sabdadin vishayananye indriyagnishu juhvati. How do we feed this sense with the positive objects, positive inputs? Keep on listening only to good. Keep on listening, keep on having only good taste, good touch, good sight. Keep on offering only good and auspicious things to this. When you have that total discipline over your senses, the first thing is what he is telling, total discipline. The second sadhana that he is telling is feed the senses with completely positive and auspicious inputs. That way, the auspicious objects have to be offered to these senses. Indriyagnishu, the senses are like fire, in which if you feed, in which you offer, whatever that you offer, that offering is made of this 5 sense objects. With this, with this sloka, we will end our today's session. Keeping our back straight, we'll chant Om 3 times. Om, 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Salutations to our masters. Om Bolo Swami Sadguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Bolo Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thanks for joining. See you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Enjoy a beautiful day.